Hi, Nick Tucker here with Nick Knows Nerf. Now, guys, I'm excited about this one because sometimes, just sometimes, you get a little bit more than you planned for. Not too long ago, I got an eBay bid on a Longshot. It was relatively inexpensive. I think it came in at $10, $15. I thought, well, yeah, why not? There has been some issues with the Longshot. There's some quality issues with the original Longshot, but I got my money's worth. And I found out about something that I didn't expect. When I ordered it, they showed the regular packaging, new in box Longshot. However, the Longshot I got was the new in box Sam's Club exclusive, which came with an extra magazine, full-size mag, half-dart mag, and adapter. So this material is repeated, let me show you, throughout the course, plus 100 of each dart. This, my friends, take note. This is how you do a starter set. This is how blasters should come. They actually upped their game with the oh god, it's a new Ragefire. It's their version of the Strife, and I cannot remember its name, but it came with 3 mags. That is a proper loadout, in my opinion. At least 3 mags. That means you have everything you need to go to get a job done. This technically comes with 4 mags because it's 2 of each, and 2 of the long dart to full dart to half dart adapters. This makes me happy. So I'm going to use my patented spoon. I'm going to finally pop this guy out of the box, which means it will be out of the background, which means I, my dear, dear friends, will then be able to, holy smokes. Okay, I thought I could be subtle in the opening of this box, but it has what appear to be threaded plastic pieces holding it in. We will see if that is going to be anything manageable. So let's get these guys open. Well, I'm going to get out the easy stuff first. So that means I'm going to pop out. I know you can't see it because, you know, certain things get funny with unboxing spoons, but very distinct squeezy mag. I mean, this is a little flexy. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean bad. It may have more rubberized plastic. That might last longer than some of the harder ones, but it is concerning. Now, here's the first adapter. How's the spring feel? The release actually has a decent set of springs in it. Doesn't feel too bad, which again surprises me. And their version of a Talon mag. You know, a half dart mag. I like these. I might, this might tempt me toward acquisition. Now, I can get the other half dart mag without tearing the box apart, I think, and then I'm going to have to tear the box apart. So this is definitely not one you get to save your box at all for. They don't want you, reselling it or whatever. And I'm not sure how I feel about the holes drilled in the magazine to secure it. That kind of fundamentally bothers me. But I do like the feel and look of these mags, so I'm going to be trying those in different blasters, rotating them around. I'm also rather excited about the sights on this gun because they look really reasonable, and I am not above even if I'm not using this, its sights may find a new home. So let me get this guy open best I can, and we're gonna just crack into it. I'm really interested in seeing how bad the length of pull is, because of late I've had trouble with the length of pull on a lot of my blasters. Oh, here we go. We have an instruction sheet that just came out the middle. Oh, I did not know the muzzle has an integrated, has something about a scar. I'm gonna have to check the inside of that barrel to see if it actually is threaded. That's something I really didn't know about this particular blaster. So I'm excited. I am making a huge mess because I have very little extra space. Aha! Let's get to the backside. So what we're going to do, let's see, these are still plastic in, or are they just cardboarded? Okay. I know. Unboxing videos, so much fun. But I'm trying not to cut any of the darts. Nope, they're going to be free, which means I'm going to have a mess on my hands. Okay. I'm going to put them into this box, which, oh no, I'm highlighting something I'm going to review at some point. Oh darn, not another blaster review and a cheap one? Nick, really? Could you be more on brand? Now, I have mixed opinions of these darts. And the reason I have mixed opinions of these darts is they are not as sturdy nor as effective as, say, the Dart Zone darts. Let me put this away so I don't poke myself while I do this. But they have the much better bonus of being a good deal easier to find in the grass. So dart companies, if you're paying attention, make your darts as bright as possible. I know Nerf kind of is big on holding on to orange as their color, but something that you could makes your dart easier to find in the grass would be beneficial. So I got 100 of these guys out, which is nice because darts are not cheap. So you got to figure for added bonus, a pack of 100 of these guys is what, $10? Yeah. Oh, there went my mug. And we'll do the same with the lawn darts. Because a pack of these, actually you can get about 100 of the, can I get these out without? Oh, if I would have done it this way, I could have got these out without having to mess with it. Okay, well, darn. You live and learn. Got 100 of these darts. These guys at about 100 are going to cost you around between $8 and $10. So this is all added value. We appreciate added value in these parts. Now to come over here, because for some reason, one of the adapters, I think, is really heavily cardboarded on. So I've cut it and I've set on the side. These guys are, I like these. I like when they use these little screw guys. They're safer. What do I mean by little screw guys? These little dudes. Now, I save these guys because I can use them in wargaming and as pieces for trash builds. I'm always thinking. So if I want, if I have a bunch of them, I can wire them together and it'll look like an electrified fence. Get my Command and Conquer energy on. Oh yeah. To all my Command and Conquer comrades, I'm going to the only place that has not been tainted by the West. Space! But while I get this out, because would be boring if I weren't insane while I do it. Put my knife back. As for the knife, I am literally a trained professional. I've been teaching people to sword fight for 20 plus years. Actually, 25. I've got a quarter of a century of teaching people to sword fight. I've been using knives my whole life. I am intimately acquainted with their use and application. Maintenance, use, they have long been a part of my life, and I believe, and this is me being, it's my show, I can rant. I believe that every capable, so not physically or mentally unable to handle a pocket knife should carry some type of knife. I don't know where I read it, but they said in an emergency, the person with the knife has a 50% chance of survival, and that's much higher than the average person. I think it might be 50% better chance of survival. I will take that every time. Now, I suspect it has less to do with the knife and more to do with the capability and mentality of the individual who has a knife. So we are just going to come back here again, and we're going to pull the cardboard out, get the other adapter, which is really cool. Now, this is $10 at at Walmart to get the little magazine pack. So that's more added value. Here is the Longshot. Okay. What do I have to say about the Longshot? First impression. Let me make sure nothing else is tied in. First impression of the Longshot. It is very light. Now they have a problem with the plunger tube cracking under pressure. Let's see, because there is a ambidextrous control here, which I assume must be the mag release. No, because that's the mag release. Maybe that's a decocker. Because you have safety. Let's be terrible and look at the controls, the instructions. Safety, safety, safety. All the stuff about the safety. Talks about the muzzle. Talks about okay, so this might be a barrel release. It's just really, really tricky. Huh. A mag no? Yeah, see that? Does it have a two-stage mag release? The mag release on this is really odd. I don't like the creak. This is bad blaster ASMR. I don't like the creak. But okay, you just pull it out. Okay, that's a release. I'm not sure what this is releasing. That's got to be the D prime, because that's pulling an orange piece back. I'm confused, because this is the release. So this is the release to drop it. Maybe it's a two-part release? Oh, I wonder if that's the release for when you're running. No, because this is included there. That goes up, and it latches in. This goes up, latches in. Oh! All right. The other mag blasters I have, these are what I call transitional blasters. Okay, what I mean by transitional, the newer lines have converted fully over half darts. The older blasters are all long darts, obviously, that you get on the shelf. But the Aeon Pro, the Nexus Pro, and the Striker are all transitional in that they are comfortable having both, and it came equipped with that intention. I find that fascinating. Oh, I wanted to check. Okay, the muzzle cover comes right off. Oh, I can look, and this is indeed. Let me see if I can get you. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Dun dun dun. Wait, look, James Bond style. Here we go. Yeah, that has a nice little scar. Uh, and what a scar is, I always forget what the acronym means. But this basically gives you a rifled barrel, puts spin on the dart as it exits, costing a bit of spice. It will take a bit of spice off of there, but it puts twist to keep it stable gyroscopically. And this just slides in and out. That's kind of nice. I wonder. Well, this looks like it's designed as an. No, it's not. Let me look. Oh yeah. Okay. This is an easy call. I bet there are a lot of call-outs you can get online to pull this out and then do barrel swaps on it. Do you have easy spring? Let me just do this for a second. Oh, this opens up a little bit. You don't have spring. Oh, that's nice. I have short arms. That's nice. That's not bad. Like I said, it's creaky. It creaks, which I admit is I'm a little uneasy about. But well, let's take a dart and whoa. Gonna drop everything. Move it to the side table, Nikolai. Anyway. Are we all over there? Yes. We'll start with a long dart and just throw a couple long darts through, and we'll see how it sounds. Well, and I didn't take long darts out of the box, of course, because I am silly. That's okay. This is not a formidable package. I can just pop this guy out right here. Yeah, I'll grab a couple. I don't need many because they're going to get lost in my study in a second. XSot is an interesting brand because they have traditionally been a budget, just a budget blaster company. But they've always made interesting things that have a little too much power. They make one of my favorite blasters, which I have so many of, the original Micro. These are fun to slightly mod. These are fun to take apart and put in different shells. There are lots of people who do that. The Micro 2 that they switched to, even more so. But I love these little blasters, even though they don't get as much love as they could. So this just slides in there. I'll have to do a range test day. And let's see. Are we engaged? We feel engaged, I guess. They're not going up any further. Locked in. Now, the best thing on this blaster currently may be the sights. Because these sights, while they are friction fit, which is kind of sad, so they're going to fall off. And that has a mock. Oh no, that is not a mock elevation. That actually has an adjustable elevation pin. That's interesting. Well, then let me see. What does that do? This Does this? No. So these knobs are just for show. But that elevation pin is adjustable. And that is a very nice sight. Okay, let's give it a shot and see what happens. That felt weird. Not gonna lie, that felt weird. What do you think, Lydia? That feels very strange. I want to shorten this up a bit. Let me shorten this up a bit. That is a weird feeling blaster. It does not feel terribly powerful, and the clank is concerning. But I'm going to field test it. I'm going to use the heck out of it, and if it breaks, I'm going to write XSot and say it broke and see if they'll send me parts. But that's it firing the half dart. Okay, I aim the full dart. Let's send some half darts out, and we'll see how that works. Standard conversion. I will say the choice. What's this? Oh, okay. This goes like that. Cool. The choice to use. Grab about 3 of these. I usually know what I need to know about a blaster in 3 rounds. It's kind of funny. But the choice to use to set this up as a bullpup is fascinating. I want to see, does this drop just? Yeah, this gives you a mag drop external for just. That's cool. They expect you to run these because they gave you that extra feature. Okay. It's still. The crunchiness is definitely a thing. But it pops. It pops, and the I can't express how surprisingly light the prime is on this. It's crunchy sounding, and I'll be honest, it sounds a little spooky by my head. But as I flash myself, it seems to have pop, and I'll have to check ranges with and without the scar. The open window to check for jams both looks like it would be very useful to visually check and very useless to actually do much about it unless you're planning to put a poke through these. So mixed opinions there. Yeah, because clearing a jam on this is going to be probably a much nightmare. But the ergo, if we get past a lot of the problem, the ergo, the cheek weld, is surprisingly good. The pole grip is very comfortable if wibbly, like everything else. I like the style. Despite being, the classic flat for a artist, this is not going to get confused with a actual firearm easily. I said ooh because I went, oh look, they have a nice point. You can do a 2-point harness. I do tend to like those to be able to throw my gun aside, blaster, and transition to my secondary. But the plastic being hollow on the right side, which is really funny, even though this gun is totally ambidextrous. It is funny that the ugly stuff is on the side you look at if you're firing it right-handed. Fascinating. Okay, I'm going to field test this boy. I'd say it was well worth I want to say 15 I paid for it. The magazines alone are worth it. The darts are worth 15. So even if this thing turns out to be a complete pile of junk, the darts and magazines and stuff are more than worth the cost of entry. I will say it's nice because it's painted on both sides. It's light. I like light. Short prime. This makes me happy because I have short arms. I actually have a mod in on order to convert my uh, Aeon Pro X to be an under prime because top primes are very painful for me, and the long primes can be a little problematic. I have a lot of nerve damage in my hands, so anything that makes it easier. All right, guys. What do I have to say in my initial on this blaster? I love how XShot is making things more affordable. I love how they are kind of upping the game substantially, both here and with their it's in the Ragefire series. Uh, if I were getting into Nerf, I'd be very tempted to just snag that and consider it good. But for full size springers, this is great. Am I excited about the AEB that's coming out by them? Absolutely. Do I have $70 to throw at it? Absolutely not. So I probably won't be reviewing that bad boy anytime soon. But I love what they did with the way they packaged this. They did this right. More blaster companies give, 100 of each dart, wonderful. Multiple mags, wonderful. This is how you do it. This is it done right. Now we'll just have to see if the blaster lives up to the hype. All right, guys, keep flinging foam, keep having fun, and I'll see you next time for another Nick Knows Nerf. Toodles all.